Yeah, I am. Thanks.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
I don't know how to put this any other way. I am doing it. I'm doing the dream. I'm doing it today.
You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there!
Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying hard enough, you know? I'm doing okay. So I don't think we need to push it that far. Really?
Do it! Just do it!
I am doing it! Hello and welcome to Kiss My A's. My name is Emma Camley, I'm a freelance copywriter, and this week we are talking about hustle culture and whether or not it's actually helpful to freelancers and entrepreneurs, and whether you would in fact benefit from engaging with it in any way, shape or form. So let's start by just briefly going over what hustle culture is, assuming you don't already know. And I think probably most of us do, but let's pretend for a second that you don't. Hustle culture is the perpetuation of the belief that you need to strive and work and grind 24/7 in order to achieve goals and attain success. And I feel like the thing with hustle culture is that it will never be enough. So no matter how hard you're trying, you could be trying harder. You could be working longer. Hustle culture promotes the complete and total abandonment of any sort of work-life balance or rest or recreation or creativity for creativity's sake. It is pure work all of the time. So what I'm essentially saying in a very flowery way is that it's workaholism, basically. Hustle culture is the culture of perpetual workaholism in a completely guilt-ridden environment. So I've gathered a couple of examples for you on hustle culture, which we can look at now, just for shits and giggles. First up, let your hustle be louder than your excuses. I'm trying to think of something to say about this, and just no words are happening, you know? No words are happening right now. Fucking excuses, who do you think you are? Fuck you. Here's a little something that I used in my webinar for pro copywriters when I did a talk on work-life balance. I've just recycled a couple of them in here because I already had them, so why not? This little chick has taken to LinkedIn to tell everyone how she likes to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and start her day with mindfulness and meditation, and then she does work, and then she gets her kids up, and then she does more work, and then she's in bed by like 5 or something. I think it's supposed to be kind of, she's showing people a new way of doing things, but it really comes off as being quite holier than thou, and I think a lot of people may feel bad about themselves if they saw this in their feed and they'd be like, fuck, I'm not trying hard enough because I don't get up at 2 a.m. If money isn't everything, go work at McDonald's. I take issue with this for several reasons. You might not get paid a lot in McDonald's compared to what you might make as a business owner, but some people fucking like working at McDonald's. Food service is a noble art. We've all fucking done it. Go judging people, saying McDonald's is the bottom of the food chain. You can have a very rich, fulfilling life and work at McDonald's. So, on your bike, mate. And here's a beautiful rags to riches story about a guy who used to wear imitation Nikes and now he flies around in a private jet. And you could do that too if you just work harder. So why exactly is it that I think hustle culture is harmful? Because what we've seen so far is just a string of very motivational posts that are designed to light a fire under your ass, to encourage you to strive for your goals and really just try a little bit harder, and you know, who knows who has found success from reading these on LinkedIn. In my personal opinion, and this is just my personal opinion, life is all about balance. And any ethos whatsoever, be it relationships, diets, work ethic, religion, whatever, anything that encourages you to throw off your balance in your life and doesn't promote kind of any sort of balance is not, generally speaking, very healthy. Because balance is healthy. We all need balance. In one way or another, it's always all about balance. If we learned anything from Star Wars, it's that balance is important. So encouraging people to just wake up, work, not take breaks, not take holidays, go to bed, wake up, work, it is promoting work as an absolute above all other aspects of your life. And to have a fulfilling life, you need to enrich every aspect. Failing to nurture all of them in favour of just one, I don't think is particularly healthy, even if it is work. Even that phrase, I don't work to live, I live to work. Like, I don't fucking live to work. Do you? Like, I live to do a lot of fucking things. Work is just one of them. Following on from that, another reason that I think that hustle culture is particularly toxic is that, as I said, work is just one aspect of what makes you you. Your life's worth and your value as a human is not explicitly tied to your career and your success from your career. Your career is just one small factor of what makes you you. It is not your entire life's worth. If you're not doing so great professionally, but you have an amazing family life and a really great personal life, you still have value as a fucking person. No one has the right to look at you and see that you've got less money than everyone else, or are not a fucking CEO of a company and be like, well, they've obviously failed at life. Because you haven't. Your career is one part of what makes you you. It doesn't define you, and it doesn't define your worth as a human. And hustle culture, I think, is trying to tell you that you're not really anything unless you've achieved those fucking career goals and you're working flat out. And that's bullshit. Finally, hustle culture is not that disco, because work-life balance is really fucking important. And it's important because it helps you work better. You are better at work and as a person when you take the time to strike the balance between work and life. When you're more rested, you've got more energy to come back in and really slam the shit out of the day. You're going to be more productive because you've had that time to rest and chill out. Also, I personally find that I'm a lot more creative when I'm not in work all the time. If I'm under pressure and buried under piles of work and I'm doing ridiculously long days, my creativity levels just tank. And so does my energy, my enthusiasm. I don't want to do it anymore. I get really emotional and upset. I get really depressed. Life is not that awesome when I'm overworked. And I'm very strict with myself about it, because I noticed that very early on in my freelance career. I was getting messages from all over telling me work, 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 work is the only way to be successful. And I found, bitch, that is not true. Also, you're going to make yourself fucking ill. You're going to burn out if you're working all the time. And then how are you going to get shit done? You're fucking not. You're fucking not, mate. So what is the antidote to this hustle culture which seems to be pressing in on us from every side? Well, first up, you need to stop seeing rest and downtime as being lazy. It's not the absence of doing things. it is a thing that you are doing. Resting is an actual activity that you are doing. It's a necessary activity. It's not you being lazy and loafing around, or I could be really productive in this time, but instead I'm laying around. You are doing something. You're resting. Okay? So let's just get that straight right now. Don't make me come over that. Second point is to stop fucking comparing yourself to these idiots on LinkedIn with their stupid motivational posts. Yeah, it looks like they're successful, doesn't it? Maybe they are successful and they're just rubbing it in. But they're not you, are they? That might not be what makes you happy. So stop comparing yourself to what they're doing. I've done a whole video on this. I think I mention it in my video on imposter syndrome, which I shall link above my head and down below. But effectively, whenever I find myself starting to feel like this when I'm browsing LinkedIn and I think, oh fuck, I should be trying harder, look at this chick, she's doing this, she's doing that, he's over there doing this, I'm clearly not working hard enough, I'm doing it wrong, I really need to step up my game, I've been lazy. I stop and think to myself, 3 check markers about myself and my business. Am I earning enough to live and occasionally treat myself? Am I achieving my goals in terms of business? For example, hitting revenue targets, working with customers that I really, really like, working on projects that I really, really like, just achieving any goal that I've set myself. And am I happy right now, the way I'm doing things? And if I'm answering yes to all 3 of those, then fuck it! I don't need to be doing what they're doing because I've got everything I need right here. If any of those 3 points are off kilter, I can look at that and reassess it for myself and figure out what I need to do for my business in my own way without overworking. I don't need fucking quotes from fucking every Tom, Dick and Harry telling me how I should get up at 2 a.m, wear the same t-shirt every day to save time, and then rise and grind and hustle till you make it. Dollar bills, y'all.
The amount of money I'm going to be making would hurt your parents' feelings. You remember the class where I taught you all how to make it rain? That's what I'm going to be doing every single night. Dollar bills, y'all.
No. And finally, probably the most obvious point in this whole antidote section, if you see someone posting shit like that on your timeline, whatever social channel you're on, fucking just block them. They're not making you feel good about yourself. They're not really adding any value to your life. Don't need that shit, mate. Just block them. Eradicate that narrative from your timeline. And just focus on the people that make you want to create and inspire you and support you and are really fucking nice. There's so many wicked freelancers out there that are going to do that for you. I'll leave a couple of links below to where you can find these mystical people and get the support you need, the real motivation you need, that's separate from this fucking hustle culture BS. And so here we are at the end of the video. I hope you found this useful, or at least enjoyed tuning in to watch me rant for 10 minutes. If you've got any questions you'd like to ask me about hustle culture or the way I work or anything, you can leave a comment below, or you can find me on Twitter at EJCownley. I will happily answer those questions for you. Until then, you can find me back here, same time, same place, in 2 weeks for more Kiss My A's. Take care. Peace out.